Well, this is part 4. And as you can see, we put this floor down in this room about 2.5, almost 3 years ago. And it has been cleaned there since, so that's going to get cleaned out. It's rather nasty. And it tripped and fell over. Thorough examination of the legs and the back of this cabinet. Since it's dried out, this veneer right here is peeled completely off. And it's got this whitish looking, I reckon it's probably mold of some kind, like a white mold in between there. That's going to get thoroughly cleaned. And this is oak. This backboard comes out, and that way you can look right down inside the mechanism there. You're actually looking at the back of the speaker horn. Let's take a look at these legs. Now, these clamps ain't been cut loose in 6 years, so hopefully they'll come loose okay. Oh yeah, good. And what had happened, these are swivel casters, and I think that somebody had it like that and they pulled it forward or pushed it sideways, and when they did, it split this leg. A good deal of that leg is just hanging there by a thread. Now actually what I thought about doing, in addition to clamping it, is maybe installing a couple small screws into that. I'm still kind of sitting on that option. I don't know if I'll do it or not. Haven't really decided. Let's look at the other side. And again, swivel casters. They're froze, they won't roll. And that one will turn grudgingly. These were my brand new clamps I just got for Christmas one year when I got this. And they've hardly ever been used. And this one you can see split the opposite direction towards the back. And the front ones seem to be okay. They've made it through unscathed somehow. Those look pretty good. We got some delamination, and the veneer will have to be glued back. The bottom is solid oak. Some delamination. Now that was nice. It was actually very brittle. Some of that moved off, or fell off not too long ago. I come out here one morning, it was laying on the floor. And when I took this back off, this is in the speaker compartment right below the mechanism, I found a whole handful of steel needles right here that fits the player head. And I scooped all them out and cleaned them up. There's a little bit of peeling here, but that's not really super important. Let me grab the light real quick. Give you a look down in there. Basically that's the back of the horn, looking forward towards the louvers. And you can see how filthy them clamps are after 6 years. There's some of that yellow rust right there, like a mold. That's going to get cleaned up. So, what's next, you ask? Well, we get the clamps cleaned up, pull them legs apart just a little bit, put some glue in there, and clamp it back fast. And we'll wait a couple days, let it go through at least a good 24 hours, if not 2. It's kind of chilly in here. It's only around 62 degrees and hovering at 27 outside, so we'll let it sit, cure out and glue up, wipe that moldy looking crap off the back, and we'll go from there. Alright, now we've got the legs clamped and glued back up. A little bit more labor intensive than I thought it'd be. I thought they only split one way, which they were. But when you really start gluing everything back together, you start seeing how bad some of this wood was. And it wanted to slide uphill and kind of pain in the butt, but once it's glued, it'll be solid again. So we'll let this sit and cook for the rest of today and tomorrow, and probably Monday night we'll take the clamps off. I want to make sure it's 100% as strong as it can be before I pull them clamps off, because I don't want to have to deal with this again because I prematurely didn't allow time for them to set up. Wiped all the weird funky looking yellow mold, I guess it was, off of that. I need to wipe it one more time with a wet sponge, clean that up. So all in all, it just needs to sit and relax for a while. So all my parts are kind of scattered around. And when called upon, they'll be ready to be reassembled.